Relax. What are you saying? Alan, take it away.
Okay, apparently it's up to me now. Gal's hiding like his team does sometimes. It's fine. But in the Big Six clash, he hides like his team. Right. Welcome to Vibes from the Six. We've got the regular people with Gal, Daps, Sam, myself, AK, and Kendall's joining us because Mo's not well. Throw it over to Gal. Take it away.
There you go. As you guys already know what's been going on, Arsenal won, Tottenham won. The FA Cup draw is currently already came out, and we already know who's drawn who. We're gonna go through everything in a second. Just before we go any further, just so that you guys know, obviously, the league table at this moment in time looks like this. You got
no, it doesn't.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. My apologies. It's not updated. I need to update that. My apologies, Alan. But I'll get the proper league table up in a second. But first things first, how's everyone doing? Let's just see how everyone is doing. We got Dabs who played today versus Southampton.
Fucking Dabs, as usual. Dabs, you're never gonna get it right, are you? Fucking hell, Dabs.
Then
there's a P in there again.
Your team won. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, you know what? Good second half. Shit first half. Good second half.
Yeah.
At last, we managed to score some fucking goals. Hallelujah.
There you go.
And my boy Jesus started and got 2 assists. So.
There you go. Sam's in the house. His team just came off a victory versus Nottingham Forest, the same team that knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup. So what are you saying?
I'm good, man. Shit game to watch. But 1-0 win, we go through. That's what matters, bro.
There you go. Kendall's coming off a crazy game the other day where there was a pitch invader zip tying his neck to the goalpost, a Wobie late winner. Calvin Lewin came off to change the game. Madness. How you feeling?
This is how I feel. No, let's just move on from that because, to be honest, I wished I was that person tied up the pole. That's all I'm going to say watching that game. But thanks for having me, by the way. And before anyone kicks off, right, I know Newcastle United aren't obviously top 6, we're not Big 6. I know that. First of all, respect me, please. Second of all, you're just going to have to deal with me for this show. I'm very sorry, everyone. I'm sorry about that. But thanks for having me, Egal.
And it's like apprenticeship, and guys, they're going to be very soon.
By the way, Manchester United fans who thought Barcelona were in the mud with them. Today, Barcelona just beat Real Madrid 4-0. They're no longer in the mud, bro.
Doesn't mean anything.
Manchester United by themselves now.
Doesn't mean
AK, how are you getting cooked in the comments already? What is this, bro?
I told you, this channel, they have something against me in this channel. But it is what it is. Shout out to all the haters. Listen. The one thing I can take comfort is knowing that Barcelona is playing Europa League football, and for the rest of the season, I will take comfort in that.
And you're not.
It's always.
They're probably gonna win it, unlike you guys.
That's actually, I swear to God. Listen, it's fuck Barcelona every day of the week. I don't care if they win 5-0, 6-0, or 9-0. I don't care if they beat Chelsea. I don't care if they win the Champions. Oh, sorry, no, they can't. But yeah, fuck Barcelona, man.
Neither can you.
You're rude. You're rude. You know what?
Can you just leave me alone?
Big up to Barcelona. The Xavi era has begun, and you know what? It's not a surprise. Xavi and Arteta have both been inspired by Pep, so we're gonna see. It's gonna be the Xavi and Arteta era.
Honestly, you guys have the most obnoxious main character syndrome. Honestly, this is why Arsenal fans don't deserve anything good. How can you say Arteta and Xavi? How? Based on what? Tell me. Why
did you guys lose to Everton earlier in the season?
Yeah.
Right, can Mikel Arteta talk? Be quiet, please. Thank you very much, because that's all I'm going to say about that. Mikel Arteta talk, right?
We're in it together. We're one of the only teams that actually lost to Everton this year. It's crazy. Even Tottenham.
Yeah, it's crazy. So don't say Xavi and Arteta like they're in the same sentence.
Yeah. Listen, Arteta has great potential, unlike certain people.
Also, why are you crediting Guardiola for that? Forget Guardiola.
Guardiola inspired both
Guardiola gets credited for everything.
Guardiola inspired both of them.
You two made a cute little friendship last night.
I'm very sad because all I'm going to say is like some club legends are actually good managers, but Chelsea fans aren't here, so we can't really speak on Lampard.
No, we can still speak on him.
Oh,
Lampard,
we can still. You really think that? You really think we need a Chelsea fan? We'll shit on Lampard every show, bro.
All right, guys, just so we can do this properly, just to let you know, we're gonna have the predictions for the next show, not this show. I didn't have it ready, so I don't know exactly who got what. But at this moment in time, I'm just gonna get the league table ready for you guys. And where do we want to begin? Do we want to begin with the Tottenham game? Do we want to begin with the Arsenal game? What are you guys saying? Arsenal game, right?
Can we talk about Real Madrid first?
Let's talk about the El Clasico. Even though
I want to talk about it for like 2 minutes. First of all, the Oba hype makes no sense. He missed like 3-4 sitters today. He wasn't that good. Second of all, shout out to she's probably not watching, but big up Shy. Alaba is not a world-class centre back. He is not a world-class defender whatsoever. Let's stop doing that shit. Real Madrid are Karim Benzema away from just being in the mud, I'll be real. Because Benzema like genuinely been carrying them. And I've actually like post AFCON, like I'd say probably last 3-4 weeks, I've actually like fully come around to the idea that Benzema is actually the best player in the world. That I've said it before. I think he's been absolutely smashing it. But I think like with Real Madrid, man, like I think Chelsea are gonna smash them. I'll be real. I actually predicted like Madrid to beat Chelsea, but after watching today's performance, like I'm just thinking like fuck yeah, like Chelsea are gonna get them to strip the way they were passing through Real Madrid, Barcelona, as if they weren't there. Like, literally the midfield was non-existent. Like it makes no sense. And I think Madrid are gonna get knocked out by Chelsea, and I think it's gonna be a Chelsea City semi-final.
Bro, Fernan Torres was on fire. Aubameyang scored a goal. Everyone was killing it.
Send shots to both Madrid clubs while you're at it. You get it.
Aubameyang scored 2. He didn't score a goal. He got 2, didn't he?
Listen, I'll tell you this.
Torres' birthday, on Fernando Torres' birthday, that blasphemy is disgraceful, man.
He should have never left to Chelsea.
I'm just not having that really.
He should have never left to Chelsea. My first heartbreak.
Wow. Anybody else have anything to say on the Real Madrid Barcelona game?
I said
The Aubameyang hype is crazy because he's gone to Barcelona, he's scoring all these goals, and everyone's trying. This is what he does. He came to Arsenal, he did the exact same thing. It's a beautiful start. Barcelona fans enjoy him. I'm happy that he's doing well. I don't regret the decision of letting him go at all. But when it comes to him performing well, this is what he does. He scores these goals. And he's just in the right place at the right time. He knows where to be. And at Barcelona, he's going to get a lot of chances. Big up to him. Continue to do well over there. They're probably going to win the Europa League, and they're probably going to get higher up the league. And he's going to be in the Champions League next season.
No, they won't win Europa League.
West Ham probably about 200 bags a week worse.
West Ham are not winning Europa League.
West Ham, Barcelona, Europa League final. Antonio running at PK. Long day for PK. I'm very real with you.
But man, listen,
really?
this game, I disrespect this game because I don't think it has any relevance anymore. But today I thought, let me humor myself, sit down and watch this El Clasico and see what it's really about these days. And I saw, painfully, I watched the Barcelona team who actually looked quite good, bro. As much as I hate to admit it, they were playing some fantastic football. Aubameyang had a lovely finish as well. It's hard to admit it, but maybe we overshot with the whole boss is dead thing because it seems like they have somewhat stabilized. I don't think they're the best team in the world, but they have stabilized and they can only go up from here, to be honest. In terms of Real Madrid, they were missing Benzema today. They were missing a few other players. And I think that took their toll on them. They should not have lost the way they lost. It was actually embarrassing when you think of it because they have been the better team this season. So for them to go out the way they did was very, very embarrassing. But as I said, couldn't care about the game. But it's good to run agendas on Real Madrid now.
Okay, just to let everyone know, thanks for staying locked in. Please smash that like button right now, guys. It's absolutely free. We got 50 of you guys in the chat. We only have 30 likes. That's a good ratio, but if you guys get more of it, it would really help us out. Also, let us know what you guys thought, what you guys think about the topics that we're discussing, so we can get some of your questions or your points on in the middle of the show. And also, feel free to be nice in the comment section and add some 2 cents to what we're saying.
These not being nice.
You know what? I was on Coppish the other day and it was mad. The comments were actually nice. I was thinking, this is not normal. This is not YouTube.
I was on another channel last
night. You get nice comments on my channel, Dad.
Bro, I get fucking inboxes off of going on your channel abusing.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. That's a you problem.
Yo, I don't know. Loads of love. There's some nice comments like big up Egal, stand up my guy, and then
the stand up guy.
Stand up guy. You guys,
I'll
shout
sit
out.
down. 100 likes and I'll sit down. 200 likes and I'll fucking cable tie myself to my microphone.
Back again.
You got people
This is
shouting
a
out
footballing
Pedri.
channel, Daps. This is
Yo,
about
is
football.
Pedri in the same conversation as Mbappe and Haaland? Because people are trying to
No,
put him-
he's
No.
no.
He's not.
Stop.
Pedri is very, very
Currently
good.
not. Currently not. He's like an unbelievable footballer, but he's just like he's almost like Jude Bellingham level, if not in that respect, but like then
better
he's not
than
on their
Jude
level yet,
Bellingham.
but he probably can be, if that makes sense.
For me, I see Pedri being far superior to Neymar ever was. Just what I see at the moment from Pedri.
What?
Yeah,
The Neymar hate,
Look
man.
at
Big up.
Hassan with his Neymar here. Oh god.
I'm there with
Here he
it.
goes, dragging
I'm
it
there
in.
with it.
Neymar had 90
Kendall, I
goals.
recruit people. Today they came on my channel and bigged up Ox. You have no idea. I cannot
you
believe
got-
I
you got
influence
another
people
one.
this much.
Big up,
honestly.
big up Kendall representing us.
Oh my
Newcastle
god, is there
fans.
actually another
Pretty
Newcastle
soon,
fan? Oh,
we will be in the
Philippe.
top
Ooh.
six.
Are
There
you
you
named
go.
after Philippe Albert? That'll be
You see,
so cool
Kendall's
if you
getting a
are.
lot of love. Now, Husam
thanks,
also
Hughes.
gets a lot of love in the comment section, but I need to see people giving some love to AK and Allen also. Just spread
I'm
the
telling
love.
you, there's one thing this channel has
Cheers,
never
man.
done.
Guys, if you get it, you get it. You get me. You don't have to ask for
No,
it. You get it,
I'm
you get
gonna
it.
ask for it because I'm salty in it. This is the only channel that I go on where I don't get any love. So comment section needs to pattern up here, otherwise you won't see me about.
All right, guys, that is a threat. That is a threat. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's a lot of
Sunderland
games to
clear.
get through. There's a lot of games to get through, but first things first, let's start with the mighty Arsenal and Mikel Arteta's Gunners. We're going to see the Champions League very, very soon. You already know what it is. Cedric's doing his thing. You got Pepe coming off the bench. You got Holding coming off the bench. But the main stars were Bukayo Saka and Thomas Partey and Leno filling in for Aaron Ramsdale. Leno was a late surprise. No one expected him to start because the night before the game, we found out that Aaron Ramsdale might have had a knock and he could miss the game. And now it seems like he's not even going to go to England. Unfortunate, he's not going to get to go to England.
There wasn't enough cameras at Villa Park.
Right? Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. Leno had a good game. He didn't have much to save, but every time he came and collected the ball, he came and punched the balls out. He was commanding. He cut out any chances from happening before they even got to that situation. Bukayo Saka was sensational. Thomas Partey at this moment in time is better than the Atletico Madrid Thomas Partey. I genuinely believe it.
Oh my god.
It's a bit of a different role, but I see where you're coming from.
This is why Arsenal fans don't deserve anything. I'll be real. This is literally why. 2-3 good games, and this is what happens.
You know what it is, Hassan? They go from 0 to 100 so quick. They skip
Immediately.
every step.
No, they are so flip-flop. Like when the next time they lose, it'll be, Arteta out. Don't say this project. It's not good enough. Like we need this, that, and the other. And then when they win, it's like, Arteta in. Arteta's project is brilliant. The project's going. We know what the goal is, top 4. And Egal, you know it. Your fans are all
the biggest
so
culprit.
flip-flop like that.
No, I
You know
don't
what the issue is? We were literally using the Partey song to mock him like 2 months ago. Suddenly, this is the best version of Partey you'll ever see. He's better than Kante. He's the best DM. He's playing on Fabinho, Rodri.
I've never said he's better than Kante.
No, you didn't, but one of
When
your
we
fans
say
did.
Arsenal fans, if it doesn't concern you, don't worry about it. We're addressing the Arsenal fans because today, wallahi, I heard Partey is clear of Kante this season. I promise you. Like, this is what we're doing now. This is literally what we're doing. 3 good games, and this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Post-AFCON, it's literally been 3-4 weeks. So what? He's had 3, 4, 5, 6 good games, and immediately, boom. The issue is AK is spot on. Problem is they go from 0 to 100. So it's never stage 0, stage 10, stage 20, stage 30. No, it's stage 0 to 100 immediately. Like, it's like they remind me of my ex. Like, the thing is with stage 0, you have to take it to stage 10 a little bit. Like, okay, Partey is improving, guys. And then take it to stage 20. Partey is a good DM. And then take it to stage 30. Partey is blah, blah, blah. Like, just take it a step at a time. Why do you jump from Partey's garbage to us doing the song every time to fucking Partey's Fabinho now? Like, I don't understand. Like, it actually pisses me off.
By the way, I hope Mojo's feeling well. Get well soon,
Yeah.
Mojo. We do.
Yeah, get well soon, Mojo.
Get well soon.
Big up, Jimmy.
Everyone in the comment section, put a heart emoji in for Mojo, my guy.
And the reason why Arsenal fans go from 0 to 100 now is because, like I said, they used to be huge and they've fallen so far. They're now overcompensating. Supposed big team, little package is what I refer to them as. That's what they are.
There's two things that will never get old, and that is Alan punching above his weight and fighting with Daps, or Alan fighting with Egal for no reason. But
I'll fight everyone.
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
I love Alan.
I'll be real with you. This week I've been full of good comments about Arsenal, but I'm gonna say this one more time. Arsenal are doing things well at the moment, but my only concern is you have a bunch of young kids. Can they keep it consistent till the end of the season? That's my first concern. And my second concern is what will the reaction be from the Arsenal fan base if they go on to lose 2 games from now until if they go on to lose, and I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if they lose the next 2 games, for example, what's the mood going to be like all of a sudden? Is there going to be banners at Emirates? Is it going to be throwing shit at the players? Hashtag Arteta out, because that's where I kind of draw the line. Because I look at some of you lot, especially the guys that are active on social media, the guys that have platforms. No one flip-flops more than them. I can start naming them off. There is so many of them.
Egal
is included 100%. They go from A to Z and then Z to A quicker than you can say hello, man.
Okay, the start last season. Remember when City lost 5-2 to Leicester? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had 2 brethren that were Arsenal fans bet me £100 that Arsenal would finish above City last season. No lie. They were like that confident.
Easiest £100 you've made your whole life.
Okay.
That's how confident they get. Like,
let me just take some more control of this, guys.
In fact, it wasn't even them winning; it was just us losing.
Understand. Arteta out. Listen, understand that Arteta out. Guys, 1 second. Understand that Arteta out, Arteta in stuff died after the 10-game winning streak.
It didn't die.
After the 10 games.
It didn't die.
That has gone away. We are, in my opinion, right now, Arsenal have never been so connected to the players. The players and the fans are so connected. Everything is going in a good way. It seems like everybody.
I'm getting deja vu. You know why I'm getting deja vu, Hassam? Remember before the United and the Everton game, they were on exactly a 10-game winning streak.
10 games.
They were all saying Arteta in, that nothing could get better. We're getting top 4, blah, blah, blah. They lost to United. They were a bit down. I get it. It's a rival. Then they lost to Everton. They gave Damari Gray a name. And then there was that
whole thing also, to Burnley.
And even before the Burnley game, after the Everton game, do you remember the meltdown they were having? These guys absolutely
4,000 people on a space cutting out.
This is what I mean, it's never ever gone. It's just dormant. It's just laying there waiting for something to wake it up, and a loss or 2 will wake it up. That's the honest truth.
How do you think the fan base?
No,
fan base is divided though. After the Liverpool game, there is people who tweeted Arteta out. Go check.
Everyone is starting to believe though. There's even people who are Arteta out, like staunchly Arteta out, like Troops, like Curtis Shaw, like some of the big names in Arsenal YouTube and Arsenal Twitter are even turning. Like
you're not following the right
Eduardo Hagen was tweeting Arteta out. Now he's saying Arteta's Red Army. Like you got people. Yes, that you got people
because it's going well. Because it's going well.
You're proving our point that your fan base are the biggest flip-flops.
It's because everything's going so well right now. That's the only reason everyone's so happy.
This is everything I love.
Like, when are you all going to be on board with each other? Like, when are you all going to be like, all Arteta in or all Arteta out? Like,
No.
Lee Gunner isn't a flip-flop. Lee Gunner isn't a flip-flop, you know. Lee Gunner actually, it's mental how he's still angry.
We're winning
They're
games,
winning and he's still angry. Yeah, I know.
No, but he's been Arteta out from the start.
Yeah, I know, but it gets to a point where you have to be happy about something. Come on.
Hold on. Wait.
No, but that still doesn't mean he's a flip-flop.
I don't agree with that because we won last season with Steve Bruce and I still was like, bye.
Wait,
yeah, but one game or like top 4.
I agree Lee Gunner comes across bad in some of the things he says, but he's holding Arsenal to the highest of standards. When he was watching them growing up, they were champions, championing for everything, winning everything.
High standards. Ass. The guy saying
champions of everything, not champions of
everything. No. You were winning the Premier League title. You were winning cups and all that. You were
only 3 times,
in the Champions League final. He's holding you to that standard. You guys are holding yourself to top 4 standard. That's where you're holding that. So he wants to see you back to that standard before he starts getting impressed.
This is utter bullshit. First things first.
Well, you were winning championships.
High standards. 1 second. If you're holding your club to high standards, you want to be in the Champions League. You want to be competing for the top trophies. You want to be as high as possible in the league. And what's
higher than 4th first?
1 second. What the hell happened with Hussam? Also, you want to be doing well. You want to get better and better. If you are getting better, you are now competing and getting into the Champions League. Why on earth, if you have high standards, would you say you don't want to be in the Champions League? because
He hasn't said he doesn't want to be in the Champions League.
Yes, he did.
What was the reasoning for that though?
The reason was he doesn't want to be in the Champions League, hypothetically, because we'd be whooping boys to bigger teams. But what are you talking about? The same people who are saying they have high standards don't want to be in a competition because they're scared to go up against the bigger teams.
Ooh.
That's some scared behavior. That's not holding the team to a high standard. That is weak, and that is spineless.
No. I'm not saying about holding teams at a high standard because it's a team that's progressing. He has the standard that he thinks success is winning the league because that's where you were. Celebrate fourth. Even with Arsene Wenger, when you were challenging for fourth, all that, and everyone was going, "Oh yeah, we're getting fourth. Yeah, we're great." He was saying back then, "We're not great, even under."
It's not even about
Egal. I just let you finish. Let me finish. When you were finishing fourth under Arsene Wenger, even then he was criticising all the time because he wanted to be winning the league. He didn't want to move from Highbury to the Emirates to be challenging for fourth. He wanted to be there winning the league, challenging for the FA Cups, being in the Champions League finals. That's what he wanted. But people just it's polarizing bit what people want and what other people want, and you can't find common ground. He's not saying that fourth. Well, I haven't watched any of his content recently, but for me, fourth would be an achievement for you guys. If he says no, then he's clearly wrong because obviously where you were, 8th twice to 4th is an achievement. But he's going at the standards where you're winning leagues and we want to be winning Premier League.
I wouldn't say it's an achievement.
It's an improvement then.
It is an accomplishment.
You know it's an improvement.
It's an improvement. It's an improvement.
It's an improvement.
Okay, I think it is an accomplishment in considering where we've been over the last 4 years, where we haven't been in Champions League at all. Getting back into it is step one in progression.
Oh, and also that's another thing. At the start of the season, most Arsenal fans weren't happy with your signings, and now they've come good, and it looks to be good. Now all of a sudden, your signings are the best.
But you know what? You can change. People can change opinions. Come on, bro. People can change opinions.
No,
the start of the season.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's worked out well. But none of you, I say you can change opinions, but none of you have come out and said. Most of you have not said you're wrong. You're like, I knew all along that. It's a good thing with Pochettino. Pochettino signing, right? We had like Eric Dyer, Dele Alli, and I was like, we ain't going to challenge all that. We ain't going to do anything. And he proved me wrong. And I was the first one to come up and go, he completely proved me wrong. We're doing really well and all that. But Arsenal fans are like that. I knew from the start. When you're all criticising Ramsdale as being the keeper that got relegated, who could barely save a shot. And now all of a sudden he's the best thing to slice bread. But none of you say you were wrong. You say we knew all along, which quite clearly you didn't.
Alan, that's a lovely shade of magnolia you've got on your wall, by the way.
Thanks.
Lovely magnolia.
Thanks.
Listen, at the end of the day, Egal, whether you like it or not, Egal, I don't know about this whole league on thing. I don't really listen to Arsenal content like that. Yeah, but you guys are flip-flops. Everyone on this panel will say it. You have to admit it because we see it every day, Egal. It's not, if it doesn't apply to you as Egal, that's calm. But I'm saying your fan base as a whole, they are flip-flops. And that's all it is. The fact that what proves it to me now is you started this Arsenal segment off by saying this is the best part he's been since he was at Atletico. Like, what? Do you understand what I'm saying, Egal? Like, after 3 good games, 4 good games, all of a sudden he's the best he's ever been.
No, it's been since the game against Manchester City. He's been outstanding.
Either way, the exaggeration is there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You guys always do this.
Exaggeration. It's a reality.
He's not been at his best. Kendall, you watched him at Atletico, obviously more than any of us did. Would you say how he's performed for Arsenal over the last couple of months are better than how he's ever performed for Atletico?
No, I wouldn't say it's better, but it's a different role anyway. Like he was primarily a centre mid at Atletico. He did play deeper sometimes, but he's playing a little bit more of a deep lying role at Arsenal now, so it's a little bit different. But I wouldn't say it's better than he was at Atleti, specifically in the season before he left, like 17-18. That season, he was the best. But yeah,
that's all it is, Egal. It's just those exaggerations that come from a little bit of form. And I promise you now, Egal, and I'm gonna write it down on my notes to remind you. When Arsenal lose 2 games, I promise you, I will find you at least 1,000 tweets talking shit about Partey, talking shit about your manager, and talking shit about ESR. And
all you have to do is search hashtag Arteta out, and then you'll just it'll all be there.
It's that simple, Egal. Nothing is ever consistent.
You know what? Let's be real though.
Let me just go to this comment. If Arsenal somehow bottle top 4, they'll blame the FA, the referees, anybody against them agenda.
You blame the referees now.
I hear you, Truth.
You guys have your tinfoil hats on every time there's a bad situation against you.
I'm just gonna
Egal, do you not remember David? Do you not remember David?
I am just gonna bring out the graphic.
On his head.
Get a graph. Get a
Currently are
graph.
4 points ahead.
That's not a graph. That's the league table. You can't claim that as a graph. That's not your work.
That's not a graph. That's the league table.
What about that one?
No, you got that. You got that. I want some Egal work where you actually go away and you come up with some sensational PowerPoints.
I think we should have a segment on the show where there's a special intro and it's like graphs with Egal, and then you show us a couple of graphs.
Exactly. So the words out of my mouth.
100%.
Okay. So what you can see here is
What's that graph? Like, what's that graph? Like, what is it? Like, what's it showing you?
Explain it, Egal. Explain it.
No, basically,
Let's
Newcastle have a 4% chance of relegation now, so that's unlikely you're going to get relegated.
You'll never see that.
Arsenal have a 70% chance of. Arsenal have a 70% chance of getting top 4 and a 1% chance of winning the league. And
Alan, we've been pushed off screen, by the way.
And there you go.
You've got a 1% chance of winning the league. Who does?
And also, as you can see,
Newcastle.
As you can see, Dabs' Man City have 61% odds of winning the league.
Good old Dabs.
Dabs.
Big up Dabs. Big up Dabs.
Okay.
Yeah, and Alan are just synchronized now with it.
Okay, can we get back to let's just forget about the game now. I think I've covered it a lot.
By the way, before we go on, speaking of Arsenal, of course, top 4. Me and Hassan were looking at the fixtures yesterday. For all 3 of the clubs. We're looking at the fixtures for all 3 of the football clubs, and if Tottenham hit form, Egal, it's a long day, you know. If Tottenham, their fixtures are so easy. Like, of course, nothing is easy in the
Bar Anfield. The way the rest is easy.
The rest of it is games that they can and they probably should win. If Tottenham managed to hit some sort of form, they could. I won't say easily, but they could get that top 4 spot. To be honest.
You know, just before we segue to Tottenham, even though that was the perfect segue, I have to speak on one thing. And as much, listen, we've been shitting on Arsenal for the last 26 minutes, and I'm all for it. One thing I do not like is what Agbon Lahore did and Ashley Young, like this whole celebration. Police thing. That's just fucking weird. Like, I just don't understand this whole. And they celebrated like they won the World Cup. They said like that's boring now. Genuinely, like let people celebrate victories. I don't give a fuck what they do if they're hugging each other, no matter what. These group of young players have just got a massive 3 points at Villa Park. So they're sort of securing Champions League football. They have all the right to celebrate. Can we stop being boring fucks?
You know why Hassan's saying that? Because his players all did like a kumbaya, like let's celebrate against West Brom. Like, remember that? That's why he's
wasn't
supporting
that for a draw as well? When
and
was thanking the fans, Kendall, and he explained it 100 times.
Did they win the league that year?
For people like you, take it out of context 6 years later.
No.
Wasn't that when you drew against?
I think that's when Newcastle was in the championship.
And you want it to be a hard place to come.
Listen, my club take a pitch after every 3 points now, so
and it shows that they do see this as a big 3 points.
Yeah, of course. You know, we want to make this place a tough place to come, and I think it is
What a
a
fucking
tough place.
prick.
You see the way they celebrated. It was, to be honest, it was like they won the league, but you know, it shows that they found it tough and.
That's what I'm talking about. Celebrated like they won league. Like, they just won 1-0. Do you want them to be like,
game?
Why are we not allowed to be happy in football now? Everyone hates if you celebrate. It's like actually so weird.
Do you know what it is as well? Every game from this point in the season until the end, any team that has anything to play for, every game is a must win. So of course they're gonna celebrate it. I don't get that hype about celebrations. I'll be real. Even though Arsenal fans take it too far.
There's a super chat you have to put on the screen right now.
I was so livid.
Sam, you're a prick.
I was so angry this morning.
Big up Blaster, my guy as well. You know.
I was so angry. I did a video on it because I'm like, yo, why do these guys continuously try to police us? Why are they policing us with the celebrations? First is Ruben Neves. Now it's this guy. Stop policing people with their celebrations. The celebration police need to stop. Facts. That's it. I'm done.
100%.
Wait, can we just go to that?
Nathan's comment on the screen and let me read it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hi guys.
Put the super chat. Put the super chat on. I will read it.
I mean, you know what? I'm cheap. $4.49. I'll do it.
Big up to Nasser, who says how much to get Baby Saeed to take off his hoodie and Daps to sit down.
Look, I'm cheap. I'm
Why
cheap.
do they call you Baby Saeed? Do you know how actually rude that is? That is actually.
Thank you.
They seem to have an obsession.
They
think me and Seed are related somehow.
Because they have a baby face. Because AK has a baby face.
To be fair, Kendall, you could have called it something else beginning with R, but rude. We'll go with rude, but it could have been called something else beginning with R. To be fair.
Didn't want to bring the level of this show down.
Okay, I'll do it.
I will.
I'm cheap, £4.49. To get him to sit down, it costs £12. Super chat. Cheers.
And if you want me to take my hoodie off, you don't have to pay. But if you do pay, I'm still not taking it off. I'll be real with you.
All right, guys. Moving on from the Arsenal game.
It's better with the hoodie.
Just before we go from the Arsenal game, can I ask you guys a question about Bukayo
Get
Saka?
a haircut tomorrow at 11, guys. Don't worry.
Please do it, Gal.
Can we stop questioning?
And you still come up with your hoodie.
Can we stop questioning if what Bukayo Saka is doing is unsustainable? Because at this point, he's been sustaining it for almost a year now.
There you go. Say it. Better than Foden. Better than gone.
You've answered your own question, really.
I'm not even gonna resort to that.
Sam, if you didn't say it, he would have said it. I promise.
I'm not even gonna resort to that. I'm just gonna
promise
say
you he
what
would.
he's doing on the pitch. What he's doing on the pitch puts him in that conversation, no matter what.
Conversation with who, Egal?
With the youngsters in the league. That's
who. Give me some names. Give me some names. Who would you say?
I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna.
No. I'm asking you. You're not getting caught. I'm asking you. You're saying he's in.
Personally, I don't want to do that because then it's going to bring unwarranted hate to my player.
No one's hating here. I'm asking you. You said he's in a league with some youngsters.
Why would I hate my future star boy?
Yeah, we just want to find out your level of delusion is what we want to find out.
All I'm going to say is thank you for the FPL points, Bukayo Saka, very much, because I had literally 6 players missing this week. So, thank you, Bukayo Saka, star boy, best player in the world. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Will do a lot
she had to say it. I personally think.
Also, before anyone, I'm going to get clipped up now, and everyone's going to be like, Kendall thinks Bukayo Saka is the best player in the world. Well, okay.
Bukayo Saka might not be the best player in the world, but he's the best player for Arsenal this season, in my opinion. And in the league this season, I think he is the favorite right now to win PFA player young player of the year at this moment in time. If you're excluding,
how old's Gallagher? If you're
excluding Trent, of course, because Trent is going to be 23 at the end of the year.
Does Trent qualify? If he qualifies, he's going to win it, though. You know.
No, but he doesn't qualify because he's going to turn 24 at the end of the year.
Okay.
You see.
What's the qualify?
I just want to highlight a comment here from Osman Ali. Let's have a look at this. Can you put it up on the screen? I'd like to read it out to all of our lovely, lovely viewers.
This is why I liked the show last night. You two's show was really good, by the way.
Look at the mediocrity. Look at the accent.
So he said, it doesn't matter if Saka is better than Foden or not, or Ramsdale is as good as Mendy. All that matters is they are good. Simple. We had that in our past, i.e. Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp. Okay.
What?
You know what we need to play now?
He's not comparing. I
know he's not comparing. I was actually going to big him up because you see that mentality right there. What he did there is how you should go about your star boys and your young players. That is the right way to go about it, because there's no point of comparing them to A, comparing them to B or C. If he's good enough for you and he's doing what you need, if he's doing what you need and he's good enough for you, why does he need to be compared to someone else? And it's just a thing on football Twitter where you want to have people in conversations. That's why Chelsea love pushing Mason Mount into these conversations, because everyone wants to have their star boy in those convos. But you don't have to.
Do you remember Mason Mount is better than João Felix?
I heard that once, boy.
That was the whole page as well.
Guys,
I don't like the name João Felix personally.
You guys have an issue with comparisons. You generally have an issue with comparisons because no one is saying Arteta and Xavi are equal or anything like that, or one is better than the other. I just simply said they're both inspired by somebody who they play.
And then you said the next generation, right? You said something about them being next up.
With that part. Relax.
It's hard to know when you're trolling or not.
Arteta could fail. The issue is Arteta could fail. Xavi could fail as well. So where do we go from here?
There you go. Xavi's already failed in one sense, going from Champions League to Europa League.
He wasn't manager, man.
That wasn't his fault.
I'm tripping, anyways. Yeah, I honestly thought he was manager at the time. My bad.
No.
Can we talk about top 4 contenders? Spurs winning as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get on to Spurs in a second. Let's go.
Newcastle losing to Everton. That's a massive topic as well.
Okay, let's go into Spurs.
with 10 men as well. Embarrassing.
Let's go Spurs.
Look at me in the comments. Isn't that so funny? I've typed with no hands.
They do this all the time.
With something else.
In Egal's channel,
I love it.
Kendall, on Egal's channel, you haven't made it until someone does that about you. I'll be real.
Lesbians, love yous. Thanks.
What? Okay.
And there's no moderators as well, so you're on your own.
What's going on? Tim, you're in the house.
To be clear, I haven't made it yet as well. I'm sulking.
Okay. Remove that. Now, moving on. West Ham Spurs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Harry Kane and Son saved my fantasy team this week. They killed it. They absolutely killed it.
Guys, so shameless, I swear to God.
But yeah, what are you saying, Alan? Go ahead. Talk to me about
Egal, you tell us what you think about them two first. This is a really good clip. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a good one. Go on.
I'm not going to lie to you. Harry Kane and Son are currently playing as one of the best duos in Premier League history. But the problem is they don't have any silverware to basically eclipse some of the greats. That's the issue. If they had the team accomplishments with the statistics that they currently have, you would easily put them there. But you know what? Tottenham right now, in my opinion, they're silencing some of their doubters because they are now starting to get a run of games where they're winning. What is that? Is that 2 games on the bounce now? They haven't won 2 games on a bounce in a long time. They've dropped points.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. So we've won 4 of the last 5 in the league. Hence 2 wins back-to-back in the league, 2 wins back-to-back in the league, where we beat Leeds and Everton, and then we beat Brighton and then thing back-to-back. So you're wrong in that respect. But let's go back to the previous comment. We're not asking about trophies. Just talk about Kane and Son in the Premier League and what they did today. Just talk about them rather than bring trophies or go back to your generic trophies.
You know what? I thought.
You know what, Alan?
I
Can I just say?
I love when Alan does his teacher tour. Like he's like, right, we're not going to do that today.
Alan. To be fair though, if you're going to go with that same energy,
yeah.
If you're going to go with that same energy, then remember that when you talk about individual games, when you talk about these 2 individual games, right?
What individual games? What are you talking about?
Fuck off. Don't do that. Fuck off, you dickhead.
What are you talking about? What 2 games?
I don't know what 2 games, Alan. Fuck off.
What 2 games? I forgot.
You fucking... You picked it.
Well, we can talk... Can you finish the sentence, though? That's what team? What games?
Bruv, listen, you're a United fan. Let me remind you, you're not in Europe. You are not in Europe. You can't talk, right? And you can't beat us in 2 games. So, therefore, you can't talk. Neither can you, Egal. Sam, we'll save that for the end of the season.
Where's your blue
and
nose?
Kendall's a lady. Where is my blue nose? I've got it. Oh, you know what? I've got that blue nose. There we go.
Right.
It's not a red nose. It's a blue nose. There we go.
Sorry, that fake smile for me was actually so vomiting.
People in the comment section are fighting over Guardiola. What's going on? What's going on? They're having a full-out argument over Guardiola. But let me just bring it back, guys. I can give Kane and these guys props. But until they get the team accomplishments to match, they will never eclipse the guys like Lampard.
Egal, no one gives a fuck, bro. No one cares about trophies. Honestly, no one.
No,
I generic rinse.
I do.
I will never ever use trophies to compare
the reason, guys, the reason why Hussam doesn't care about trophies is because he's saying, look at the individual player and their ability.
Yeah.
I hear you. But for them,
Harry Kane is the top 5 Premier League striker.
That is not accurate at all. Who's
the 5 better? What? Are you being serious?
Who's the 5 better?
Top 10.
Harry Kane is not a top 5.
Okay, you go. We're here now.
As a striker,
who's the 5 strikers? Let's name them. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's the 5?
Please smash alike.
Okay,
no. What's it, Hussam? What's it?
No, Henry won. Behave.
Henry, you got
Shearer.
Be careful with this.
Please,
thank you.
No.
Wayne Rooney.
You got Shearer.
I want him to do it, please. Shearer.
Okay, my bad.
So you have Henry, you have Shearer. Who else?
You got Aguero.
That's 3.
There you go. Then you got Rooney. Do you disagree?
Yeah.
Rooney was 3 as striker.
I think that's
You
fair.
know what?
I'll even give it to you, but I don't agree. I don't think
disagree?
Rooney was a striker. I think Harry Kane as a striker is better than Rooney.
Then I could go Drogba. I could even go Van Nistelrooy. I could even go
in the Premier League.
Nah, you can't do Drogba in the Premier League. You can't do
in the
Drogba
Premier League,
Bro, do you want me to name players or what are you saying? Are you saying?
I'm saying in the Premier League, who's better than him?
Why? So
Drogba ain't a better striker than Harry Kane.
No, he's not.
Not in the Premier League. Not in the league.
Striker.
As a striker.
No, but we're not talking big games. Legacy. We're talking
You accepted the 4, right?
I haven't accepted 4. I've accepted 3, but I'll even let you keep Rooney.
Okay, I'm keeping Rooney. Then what about Van Nistelrooy?
Van Nistelrooy in the Premier League was not a better striker than Harry Kane.
Yeah, he was.
He accomplished more and he was doing numbers.
Yeah,
someone just said Anelka over Kane.
There's one guy I think
I don't even want people being serious now.
This is where we do need a stat person to just quickly jump on something and do
Suarez
per 90 or something.
Bad shout.
We don't need a stat person. I'll be real with you. If I look at this, he's minimum top 10.
Yeah,
Kane is minimum top 10 though.
Premier League history is not about your ability. Or then we look at Thuram and these guys like friggin'
Thuram,
and we'll say, oh, they're the greatest ever players because their technical ability is amazing. No, it's not about
talking about abilities. Listen, Harry Kane has won 3
Congratulations.
Am I
congratulations.
wrong,
Don, congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations to who?
What the hell? No, someone's trolling.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
actually,
anyway, as I was saying, I didn't even see that, thank God. So Alan, he has 3 golden boots, or am I lying?
3 golden boots.
Yeah.
3 golden
One
boots.
golden
I'll be
ball.
real with you. For me,
And
I'd
a golden
say
ball as well.
Henry, Shearer, Kane can overtake him easily. Aguero, and then you have for me personally Andy Cole. Cantona and Bergkamp are not strikers for me. Neither is Rooney, because I don't look at them as strikers. You have other players now that you can have a debate with. You have the likes of Suarez, Fowler, Torres. Even going back, like you can look at the likes of Cantona, etc. Like these, like there's a discussion to be had. Is my point. So you cannot just brush Kane to the side like he's nothing.
Definitely not. But Sam, one thing I would say is what you just said about
even if he does win a trophy, by the way.
One thing you just said about you wouldn't class Rooney as a striker. I do get what you're saying, but you're looking Rooney in his twilight years at United. The way that Kane is going, we're going to see a very similar Kane in his twilight years. If you go back to early days Rooney, he wasn't a striker.
He
was, man.
He
Come
wasn't.
on.
Rooney was never an out-and-out striker, bro. He only ever played out-and-out striker twice, 2 seasons in his career. And those are the 2 seasons that United didn't win anything. He's not an out-and-out striker.
Also, Kane is gonna break the goals.
I'm
gonna throw this question to the in a poll. Is Kane a top 5 Premier League striker? Yes or no? People in the comment section.
Forget top 5, top 10, 100%.
No, he's definitely top 10.
No, you guys said top 5. Fuck the top 10 thing.
So let me talk about Harry Kane, right? So wait, let me talk about Harry Kane. So people will hate. People will hate on Harry Kane because when he first came in, he was going to be a 1-season wonder. I think he scored 21 plus goals in his first season in the Premier League. It then went on to be like 24, 27. Then in one season, 30 games, 29 goals. In a calendar year, the same calendar year or close to that year, he outscored Messi and Ronaldo for that shit Tottenham team that everyone used to slate. Everyone has slated all the time and all that. Granted, he's not won trophies. I criticise him because for the big performances in big cup competitions, he's never shown up. But in the games, he does. He scores more against Arsenal all the time. He's got a good record against Man City, I believe, and he's got a decent record against who is it? I think he's got a decent record against Liverpool. He's got a fantastic thing like that, but he doesn't show up consistently enough in those games. But he's got 3 golden boots. I think he's only second or third person ever to add a golden boot and a golden ball in one season for a striker. His all-round passing ability has massively improved. His gameplay has improved, and his assists has improved.
But he deserves a trophy or 2.
He does
should have gone City, bro.
And that's what people do him a disservice for not winning the trophy.
The thing is, that'll carry around for everyone until he wins a trophy because it was the exact same with Alan Shearer. Like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves because he never won a trophy. Like he won the Premier League with Blackburn, but he never won like trophy beyond that. So like that, it always carries around. Everyone disrespects him, like people like Hassam just like disrespect him. But like, you know what I mean?
Listen, there's 2 different things in my opinion. If we're talking legacy,
goal scoring.
If we're talking the legacy of the players, then that's a completely different conversation. Then trophy is what matters at that point. But if we're talking about as a striker who's better, then you can't tell me Harry Kane is not in the top 5. I'll be real with you because I cannot name you 5 strikers in the Premier League era that we can all agree are better than him. I don't think there is.
I named my 4 and then my 5th.
I can name 4 and Kane would be 5th.
Yeah.
Who's your 4th, AK?
He can finish just as comfortable left, right, or header.
Andy Cole?
Same as you, yeah.
Andy Cole, yeah.
Yeah, I think Andy Cole is one of the most underrated strikers in the Premier League, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suarez had the peak because I saw people mention him.
Suarez
had the peak, but nowhere near
Suarez had 1 or 2 more years. If Suarez had 1 or 2 more years, I would honestly have him up there.
Guys, why is anybody surprised? Everybody here picked Tottenham to win. Am I wrong?
No, we're not surprised that they won.
No.
We're just talking
every
about
single person. Oh, wait. Did anyone pick Tottenham to lose? No.
Everyone's
we spoke last time being tired.
AK, you picked a draw.
I did pick a draw, yes.
Oh.
This week has been horrendous for me, by the way. I didn't get one of the 4.
The Liverpool United week is going to be way more horrendous. 10 points you're going to deliver to me. Thank you.
12.
It goes to the performance.
Guys, what was the score for the Leicester game?
2-1 Leicester.
Yeah.
2-1 Leicester. Oh,
I got that.
I got that spot on, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I predicted for that game.
Guess what? Alan also got it perfect.
Tell me I'm the only one that didn't get it.
Also,
fuck you,
didn't
Hassan.
you did terrible this week, AK. You have
I
0
know, man.
points.
This week is horrendous. Man.
You picked Wolves to win, Aston Villa to win, Leicester to draw, and Spurs to draw. You got
That's why you're
points.
bottom, mate. That's why you're bottom.
We're just here for vibes. We're just here for vibes.
Thank you, Daps. Listen, we're here for the vibes, not the table, man.
No, but
Go
all you
down.
guys
Are we still doing a
all
forfeit
you
at
guys
the
are
end of
pricks,
this
except
table?
for Daps, because Daps the only
AK is
person
like
who's
Norwich
Arsenal
at this
to
point.
win.
Are we still
Yeah,
doing
I
a forfeit? Are we still doing a forfeit at the end of the?
Yeah.
or did we-
I know a forfeit for you, AK. You can pull your hood down and see what
Listen, guys. This seems to become an issue now, innit? I need to address it. So, Egal, you know what to do here, innit? I am getting a haircut tomorrow.
Big screen. Big
I'm
screen.
back on Friday. Our director has no idea what he's doing. Wallahi, he's lost.
Yeah, the director.
He's
Bro,
actually
Egal
lost.
Al-Birir, we need new hosts, bro.
He's
You know
working on
what
it.
it's reminded me of? You know when Raheem Sterling told Chunks to take his do-rag off and he was like... And then
Don't do that to me, Egal.
Put it back on,
Don't do
put it
that
back
to me,
on.
Kendall. No.
You're getting a trim on Friday, so it's fine.
No, I'm getting a trim tomorrow at 11.
Oh, tomorrow,
Friday,
okay.
when we're here for the show,
Monday, sorry.
we will see each
I
other.
don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know what day it is, mate. I thought it was like Wednesday, wasn't it?
Let's stop this whole talking about.
No. It's calm. It's calm. It's not a
So yeah, we got.
Does anyone want any cream, by the way?
So going back to the performance today,
this guy
Honestly, that
what's he doing?
this is not a normal show, people. This is not normal. I swear.
Is this even a football show anymore? I swear to
This
God.
is no longer a football show.
Other
Egal,
teams are available.
Yeah, Alan, your thoughts on the game?
Headlines
We still haven't
and
heard from you.
Yeah, no, thoughts on the game. I expected us to win because of West Ham with the 120 minutes in midweek on a Thursday and then a Sunday. So it's a decent performance. It wasn't great. We started well. Normally we start slow. We had the bit in the middle where we allowed West Ham back into the game. And then after that, yeah, we just hit them on the counter and got a 3-1 win. You know, it's one of them performances. We'll continue. What are they laughing at?
I don't know what it's AK's laugh kills me every time. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, it was a decent win. Obviously, take that, but yeah, on to the next one. For me, I'll say I agree with Egal. Arsenal have the best base. Arsenal have this. Arsenal have that. Arsenal favourites the top 4. I completely agree. So yeah,
100%.
I'm not going to take anything away from him.
There you go.
Arsenal are favourite.
Right there. That is what he's doing. Basically, he's wrote down
100%.
everything you said and gone. Cheers,
Guys,
mate.
Let's just move on. Let's go straight into the Leeds, the dramatic Leeds turnaround. What do you guys think about that? That was crazy. No? That was
Big up Leeds Soccer Club, man. What
a great offense they had.
You see Jesse Martin in the interview as well saying, none of the players mocked my accent, but you guys did. That was funny. And he had the evil laugh at the end, like, ha, ha, ha. But I think
who had the weirdest laugh?
Are they going to stay up?
Did you see Lampard's laugh?
Yeah. Everton are going down.
Was laughing and then got so serious afterwards.
He always does that.
Lampard
I was like,
is so out of his depth. He's the worst manager in the whole league.
I would have agreed with you, Hussam, if some other team,
cheers, Kendall.
some other team hadn't have lost to him. I would agree with you. But,
a Iwobi winner. That was mad.
Yeah.
Do you know what's madder than a Iwobi winner? The Damari Gray strike from 30 yards out straight into the top corner.
You know what's even madder? Beating a team 1-0 but with having 10 men and a guy tied to the post. That's what's madder.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Listen, Kendall, you're on the vibes from the 6 now. You get me? You have to represent your club to the fullest. So you can't not catch strays.
Technically, right at this moment, I am vibes from the 6 because I think we're probably 6th bottom. Maybe 5th bottom.
Guys,
there you go. So tell us about the game, Kendall. Tell us about the game.
You know, vibes from the 6th. But yeah, it's kind of bad.
The shamelessness
Canny
is
bad
bad.
game.
Tell us about the game. Tell us your
Liverpool
opinion.
fans like get buzzing over Everton. That's quite sickening. That modern day football, that's ill. That is absolutely sickening behaviour. That mind sickening.
No, but guys, can we talk about this?
Okay, DJ Kendall, can you tell us about the game though?
How funny was this? How funny was this? This was.
I saw one picture of him being carried off and putting his head.
Nah, I swear to God, that is literally how I felt.
It was like this, like he literally was Jesus. But look at him.
AK, you're on mute.
I saw a stat on Twitter, and it said anytime the game is 0-0 and Everton have had a pitch invader, they go on to win that game, which is mad. So they tried to. It's actually mad when you think about it. Maybe they should do it every week.
What about the Allan red card? Was the Allan red card a red card?
I don't think it was. I think
No, I
that's
don't
just
think
modern
so.
football bullshit, Alberin. That was just a normal tackle.
Yeah.
If Saint-Maximin's leg was planted, that wasn't a normal tackle. I'm telling you now, it wasn't. He was because he was in the air. He kind of like rode like he.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I was
That
going
is
to say I
a
was
red
going
card.
to do a pulse
No,
thing there.
that,
He like rode the
That's a
tackle.
red card for me, Alberin.
yeah.
The
Kendall,
funniest
who was
part
that
of the whole
playing
game
against?
was the guy who was trying to do this in the post.
Saint-Maximin
And his
or Allan?
face, like,
Who?
Allan.
the guy who was trying to.
Oh,
No,
you know what?
Saint-Maximin,
You know what?
The
You know
guy
what?
with
You know
the
what? This
teeth,
is
like, was
perfect.
trying
One
to.
second, one sec, Hassan. This is perfect. We
Allan.
have Allan here. We have Kendall here. Allan, do you want to tell us what you think about Saint-Maximin, please?
Right. So just,
Ooh.
It's going to be
just so people
interesting.
don't get it twisted.
Well, let's all leave, guys. We can leave. We can all leave.
We're on job
Egal,
done.
Mr. Director, take us out.
So no, this is my honest
Egal,
opinion
for
of
once,
Saint-Maximin.
direct properly. Leave
Come on.
Kendall and Allen here, please.
Oh.
Just leave.
Let's do judge and jury.
Right. So here's my thing on Saint-Maximin. I don't think he's a bad player. In fact, I think he's got ability. I'm not going to deny that. But everyone waxes lyrical about him and says he's probably like one of the best players in the Premier League. They go overhyping him for that. I've seen him on numerous occasions. Yes, you have a bad team, but there is stuff he's done in games where he has caused problems for Newcastle, additional problems because he's tried too many tricks in stupid positions, given the ball away in stupid positions. Because for me, he kind of has the thing where because he's probably the best player in your team or was, that it's all about him and he has to carry the team and he's caused your problems as well this season. I said that for me, he has to do it on a consistent basis for me to say he's a really good player in the Premier League. And then obviously I got ridiculed by the rest of the guys. And I've only been they then came to me with one performance against Everton at home when Everton was shocking because he had a good game and said, there you go. I was like, it's one game in 4 or 5 months. I don't think he's at that level on a consistent basis to be classed as a really good player.
No, bang on. Literally, I don't disagree with any point.
You changed your tone. You said he was overrated. Don't lie.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's overrated. That's what I'm saying. He's overrated because he's had one good performance in 4 months. He's overrated. If he does it on a consistent basis,
Sorry, I'm dying that Egal just popped in there to say that.
Yeah, no, it's like that. It's like one of those kids at school. You're like, oh, you said this, you said that. I was like, go away, Egal.
No, do you know what, Allan? I genuinely don't.
Allan, I just want to say real quick, Allan, you're a liar. That is not what you were saying on the day. Egal, if you can find the clip and pull it up, because you were talking a lot more than that, bro. Thank you very much, Egal.
Oh no! I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying. So he's got ability, but he's caused many problems. He's always caught out of position. He always gives the ball away. I don't think he's nowhere near that level that the people had him at, like saying that he was this, that, and the other. And people said that, because he's in a bad team. But I've seen players who have not been as good carry teams to survival and other stuff like that before. Obviously, you guys had the money, which is a bonus for you. But I've seen players do that. I've seen let's go back to, I can't name off the top of my head now because I'm fucking, I can't think to all the way back to like the Wiggins and all that, where they survived, or the Fulhams and all that. But for me, he's not at that level to be considered a quality player like people do, and he is overrated at this moment in time. I just don't see him.
I think the thing with Saint-Maximin is that he's a luxury player, right? It's something that at this current time in our predicament we can't afford. That's my opinion on it. I don't think he's overrated. I think there's definitely 100% talent in there. I've seen it myself with my own eyes. And the thing that changed my opinion massively, because I don't disagree with anything you've said. I think sometimes he is very selfish. I think sometimes when he should play a pass, he chooses to take on 2 men instead and loses the ball. It was actually technically his fault the other day for the Everton goal. And he got dispossessed because that's just what happens. So I don't disagree with you necessarily in that, but I just think he is a luxury player. I think in another team where it was comfortable and you could afford to have a player like that, and you could afford to have a player like that, then I think that it would be a different story. But we just, at this current time, we just can't afford him. But next season, if we stay up, it might be different. It will be different. It'll be completely different. But I do get what you're saying, but I don't think he's overrated. I think he's an unbelievable player.
The clip or no?
And to be fair, when we were away at Leeds,
I found the clip.
I was in the Leeds end because that was the tickets that I was given.
Just to let you know, Kendall, he started the sentence. I don't think he's a good player.
Can I just say real quick?
Can I just say now because he's talking to a Newcastle fan?
Sam,
hold on. No. I had the same.
You got a cue clip, man.
Hold on. Can I say one thing,
You've
Allan?
got me one good performance in 4 or 5 months. That's a lot.
Alan, I respect
Alan,
Alan, I respect how you are addressing a lady differently, but every time you talk about City's money, it's with some venom. You just said, and now you've got money, which is great for you.
No,
next time you talk about us, come with that same fucking energy, bro.
No, hold on. I said they've got the money. It's helped them because
Once they win stuff, your tone will change.
No. I said they've got the money, which has helped them because before they got their money, I had Newcastle going down because I don't think they had the players to do it. But they've got the money, and now it's taking pressure off.
You're a gentleman, Alan. You're a true gentleman.
See what changed my mind? See what changed my mind though? When I was in the away end at Leeds, right? The home end at Leeds when they played Newcastle because they were the tickets I was given. Every single Leeds fan, when Saint-Maximin got the ball, was like, "No, don't give him the ball." And I realised, like, from another point of view, like he actually does scare people, and I realised that, like, maybe we are a bit harsh on him, to be honest.
Wait, hold on. Before you play this clip, hold on. Before you play this clip, I'll go on the same thing. I don't think he's a good player for what Newcastle need at the moment. I don't.
That's not what you said.
Because I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the reason why. Because he's got ability. I'm not denying that. But the amount of problems he's caused Newcastle, before obviously they got the extra players to come in and help, he caused them loads of problems against Arsenal. He caused them loads of problems against us when we played them because he was just trying all these tricks, getting
play the clip.
Just completely sat back.
None of the players are actually really any good, are they? Let's be honest.
What, Saint-Maximin is not a good player?
I see him run with the ball and trip over the ball more than I see him do anything good.
You know what? First fans, you need to respect yourself, bro. This is a problem, bro. Saint-Maximin is not a good player right now. Is that what you're telling me?
He's not as good as everyone makes him out to be, you know.
Wow. Okay.
It wasn't as bad as you thought.
That's where we disagree.
Hold on. Where was that? I completely stated him. I think Egal made a bit more of it than what he seemed.
Your first sentence was they don't have any good players at Newcastle.
Because I don't believe it's good players. You brought me one performance in 4 months since I made that comment against Everton at home.
Right? That's not true.
Alan is rattled. It's official.
That's also not true. It isn't just one good performance.
That's what they presented to me. That's what everyone came at me with the performance against Everton. He probably has that.
You told us to give you examples and we gave you one, but there is more
one against Everton. That's all you've given me.
We told you there is more than that.
Show me then.
I completely disagree with the fact that he's not a good player and that he's overrated because I don't think he genuinely is. I just think that at this point, as I said, in our time, he's a luxury player that technically we just can't afford in this current predicament. If we were 10th, it wouldn't even matter because he would just do whatever he wants, like Rafinha at Leeds that season.
But Kendall, that's absolutely fine. We can have a different. Hold on, wait.
Kendall, you've been cut up so bad that you want to speak every sentence. It's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just replying to Kendall. Kendall made a point. Kendall, we can disagree because you believe he's a good player. I don't believe he's a good player. It's as simple as that. It doesn't bother me. We can disagree. But the thing is, when I made the original comment about him and all that, everyone put me down straight away and was like, oh, no, you're delusional. You're wrong because I had a difference of opinion.
You were not judging him based on one performance. You were judging him based as a player, as an individual. You never mentioned one performance. Even Moses.
No. I said you gave one performance.
I am not going to lie to you. The clip is 1 minute long. I don't want to play the whole minute.
No, it's fair enough. No, what I said. Oh, my God.
I think we have a minute to spare. I'll be real.
Wait, we have a minute. I said you bought me one performance since I played that comment. Can I
just say, in the top leagues in Europe, this isn't even just in the Premier League. The top leagues in Europe, he's nearly he's one top 5 ball carriers in Europe.
None of the players are actually really any good, are they?
Listen,
Saint-Maximin is not a good player.
I'm dying.
I see him run with the ball, trip over the ball more than I see him do anything good.
You know what? First fans, you need to respect yourself, bro. This is a problem, bro. Saint-Maximin is not a good player right now. Is that what you're telling me?
He's not as good as everyone makes him out to be, you know.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I love that last comment.
Alan is right to an extent. Eddie Howe just needs to hold the fort until January. If he does, just hold the fort, literally, just at least keep it realistic for them to escape a relegation.
So the cash
just
4 step overs, take on 3 players and lose the ball, and they almost conceded. There's time and place to do tricks.
Is that, bro? Too much. This is the problem, bro. Sometimes use context.
Maximum under club would be man.
A team that sits deep, and doesn't play. No.
I'm not doing the AK thing. Don't look at me. I'm just doing the AK.
A team that sits deep will always make a player like Saint-Maximin suffer, bro. He's out here having to try and make work something that is not going to work because of this shit team with their shit managers. Yeah, let's not disrespect this player, bro. Saint-Maximin is a good player, bro. Let's not play about like
good
this.
player. Okay, so when they spend their money, they bring in players. Is he going to be the one? Is he going to survive in that team?
100% is going to survive. Are you
You know what? Even if he doesn't survive,
Absolutely, Saint-Maximin will
even
survive.
if he doesn't,
Newcastle. Hold on,
listen.
He's going to remain at Newcastle the entire time for all their money.
No,
Bro,
even
that's not the point.
even if he
That
doesn't
is
survive,
not
he'll
the
be one of
point.
the final ones.
Out of the players they have right now at Newcastle
Bro,
United,
I don't think you realize Saint-Maximin could actually move to Liverpool or City and make an impact. You don't realize.
100% he could, bro.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Alan,
And
did you just a simple question? Did you see Shaqiri making an impact when Stoke get relegated and Liverpool bottom?
Yeah, because he was punching well above his weight at Stoke.
Yeah, I love it. Anyways,
Saint-Maximin is punching above his weight at Newcastle. You can argue the same.
We said this is the most boring game.
More often than not in a game.
The longest time.
We played against them. He was running with the ball and tripped himself up and tackled himself for the ball.
But he has to do Egal, but he has to do that
They
though.
was bandaged up and injured, and they're still playing him. Like,
You need to realize Newcastle's tactics are literally pass it into Saint-Maximin and wait for him to do something.
He has to take on more responsibility than anyone else on that pitch. He has to try and carry the ball more than anyone else on that pitch. He has to try and make things happen more than anyone else on that pitch, and that's because he's surrounded by shit.
Hold on.
Smash a like, please, people.
I just want to say when I said he was surrounded by shit, that was
guys, honestly, I love that everyone's getting back in Saint-Maximin. Like that's just so
fair
funny.
enough, but hold on, pretty much everything I've said there is what I said then. Pretty much exactly word for
You had
word.
a bit more of him then, though.
The energy was different.
He's crap, like you.
Oh, by the way, you can see my hair in that video.
Wait, I never said he was crap. I just said I've seen him tackle himself, trip over the
Shut
ball.
up, man.
Is what I said to you. I just said it a lot calmer because you're a lady, so I'm trying to be a lot calmer.
Thanks,
I'm not going to go in
Alan.
on
I mean, you
you.
seem really calm, Alan. Alan, you do seem really
It's true.
calm.
I was brought up
That's
with
such a cop-out.
respect. So, but no, pretty much my same thing that I thought back then, I still think now. You guys have only bought me one performance against Everton as a thing. Look what you did.
The way you put it now, I get it because I agree with you. The way you put it now, I agree with you, but I don't agree that he's not very good. I don't agree that he could, if he went to another team, that he wouldn't make an impact. I don't agree that he's overrated. I don't agree that like he is not as good as people make out because he genuinely is. It's just what you said, like what everyone else was saying, that it was facts at the time. We just gave it to Saint-Maximin and hoped that he would do something because Callum Wilson ended up getting injured, so we had really no one at that point. This was before January, like so. Yeah,
but when you gave it to Saint-Maximin at that time, it was causing you more problems because he was doing silly things, getting caught with the ball and leading to your downfall.
Alan, this is what you do when you're losing an argument. You try to speak and over-explain your and justify your situation.
Have you heard yourself, Egal?
It's done. You've been caught. It's done.
Been caught with what?
Been caught with what?
It's
done. We're moving on, Alan.
You know what? This actually started about Wolves v Leeds.
You've been caught out.
Been caught out. I've said the same thing as I did back then.
No, you.
Welcome to Vibes from the Six.
You know what?
Smash your like. Please subscribe to the channel.
I'm not Allan Saint-Maximin.
What do you always say about same energy? What do you always say of same energy?
Same energy in person. No, I say same energy in person.
No, you didn't. Anyway,
yeah, I did.
Let's talk about.
Okay, I will say.
But you know what it is? Big up to Alan. Big up to Alan though, because Alan kept it consistent. At least he didn't change what he was saying. He just didn't say it with the same chest.
He didn't flip flop like you.
Like I said, I didn't come with the chest and great voice because I was
Wallahi, you're bad for that.
A woman. But the same thing now, which I said back then. I don't think Saint-Maximin is that as good a player as you guys are saying.
Okay, guys, enough about Saint-Maximin. Let's talk about this Ivan Toney video.
Professional footballer.
You're a footballer?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Ivan Toney.
Where you play?
No excited.
Thank you very much.
I thought that was a crazy video.
Do you know how funny that is?
Brentford, this is exciting though.
I don't think it would be as bad if he didn't already do the fuck Brentford thing. I don't even think it would be like that bad, but it just made it 10 times worse. Like, he actually hates Brentford. Can someone just I was gonna say, can someone say that guy, but I don't even want him to. I just want him to rot at Brentford all the time, just laugh, and it'll just get progressively worse. And then at one point, he'll probably just like go and score own goals. That's how much he actually hates Brentford.
But you know what it is?
Just like, let's get Brentford relegated. I'll just go like. That's
you know what it is though? As a professional footballer, surely you have been trained to know when to speak, when not to speak. Sure, if not trained, surely you have the brains to know when to speak, when not to speak, what you can say and what you can't say. This is the second time he's been caught out, bro, and it's not a good look, man. No big team's gonna want to touch him if this is how he's moving, bro. I'll be real with you. Not that he even deserves a big move.
He's always like that. He's always literally been like that. Like he's just got an arrogance issue.
Some people are saying Tony's funny. Most.
I like it. It's confidence for me.
Tony's videos are starting to make me laugh.
I have a Tony's my guy.
Hassan, would you? Salah didn't like. I wasn't going to sign a contract. And Liverpool fans were like, "Oh, Salah can go away. We don't even need Salah anymore." What? And you think that Ivan Toney saying?
Do you want me to say? Do you want me to say what other Newcastle fans said to you? Do you want me to say what other Newcastle fans like say about Newcastle about you? That's their problem. I like what Ivan Toney said. Ivan Toney is.
So you'd be genuinely happy. You'd be genuinely happy if Mo Salah came out and was driving around the streets, whatever, and they were like, "Oh, who'd you play for?" And he was like, "No one important."
The difference is Liverpool is exciting, so that would never happen.
Anyway. No, that's why I'm important. No one important. You're not important to him.
Look, he's smiling.
What?
Let the man be happy.
I don't get. Like, do you think he said that because he thinks genuinely that the person doesn't know who Brentford are? Like, that's just what I think.
Possibly,
like,
to be fair.
I think that's what he said because when he said, "Who are you?" and he was like, "Ivan Toney, what do you do?" He obviously didn't know who he was. So, like, I think maybe I don't even know why I'm backing him up. To be honest, what a dick. But like, I just think that maybe he said it because he might not think that they know where Brentford is.
Yeah, it is Slens.
Ivan Toney, Liverpool fan, you get me, my guy. Big up to him. I have no problem with what he said. I'll be real. Brentford is actually not exciting. So you know when he makes his big summer move and moves to another club, he's it's good for him. So he's gonna go bang somewhere else.
You would have him at Liverpool, would you?
Yo, guys,
he'd probably get moved to most other Premier League teams.
Would you have him at Liverpool?
Might have him at City right now.
Respectfully, we're level.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
No, but genuinely, as you've said, like everyone's saying, "Oh, he's going to get a Liverpool move." Do you genuinely think that Ivan Toney's going to go at Liverpool? Because, oh my God, no, absolutely not.
Maybe at a point in time in his career, maybe.
I'm not even being rude, right? But personally, I would not even have Ivan Toney at this point.
Do you know what it is? If it was the first time, it's the fact that he's a repeat
Chris Wood, really?
Yo,
I don't like Chris Wood either, but I wouldn't have Ivan Toney personally.
Tony would bang in your team.
Nah, absolutely not.
Yeah, the girls that he's
tried it once before.
And Newcastle is exciting.
Sorry,
so you have not
can I just clarify? I have not tried it once before. I meant Newcastle have tried it, not me.
Slen said Ivan Toney's better than Ronaldo right now.
Facts.
Right, get out of my life. Slen's go away, honestly.
Someone said Origi replacement. I'm not gonna lie. As a bench option,
Slen's wallahi, I'm gonna catch you later. Don't worry, man.
I'll take him as a bench option at Spurs. Got back up to Kane.
He would be an amazing bench option for any starting team.
He would start for a mid-table club easily. Palace, Villa.
Hassam, honestly, bench option for City.
He would start at Arsenal over Lacazette.
He would start for City, bro.
You support United. Hassam's the only one that can talk like that. The rest of you know.
I can talk like that. I beat both times, so.
He took 6 points off you.
All-round game. Oh, use.
No.
Ivan Toney's not that guy, man. Please, let's not spend more than 40 seconds talking about him. I'll be real with you.
Guys, let's get on to the FA Cup. Let's get on to FA Cup now.
Before that, can we just address Lampard quickly?
We will, because he played in the FA Cup against Crystal Palace. So there you go.
Hassam, let Egal do his job, bro. Why are you trying to run the show?
Do you want to start there? Do you want to start there?
AK, you do it every week, you twat.
It's not the Don Hassam show.
In my opinion, Crystal Palace beat Everton.
AK, see the problem with you backstab. We're attacking you for an hour and 7 minutes, and then you... Guys, his excuses. Did you hear his excuses for losing to Crystal Palace? It was a lucky first goal. It was a fluky second goal, and then these things happen with the next 2 goals. When you're
they got Pam 4-0 and he's saying fluke goal. I can't. You know what? I can't even deal with this guy anymore. It's actually embarrassing. It's actually totally embarrassing. Why would you actually embarrass yourself? Has he got dementia? I actually genuinely feel sorry for him because, like, why would you physically go on TV and say that when you've just got slapped 4-0? Why would you sit there and say, I actually feel genuinely sorry for him because he's gone senile.
Egal for a minute.
he's gone genuinely senile. Like, actually, genuinely. Can we just address it? He's not a good manager, right? He's a crap horrible, bad manager. I don't care what anyone says in this life, right? He's not good. He's not a good manager.
And by the way, the only
never
reason
gonna
he's
be.
getting these opportunities is because he's Frank Lampard. That's it.
Yeah,
You guys wanna hear
it's
the
who you
audio?
know, not what you know. Because what does he know?
I don't think we
Clearly
need to
nothing.
now.
Do you want to hear the audio?
I don't
And
think
he has
so.
no aura as well.
Can I just
Yeah,
say one
play it,
thing
play it.
before you? Yes, Lampard
None
is a bad
has done,
manager,
zero.
but Everton bought
Wallahi,
the wrong
zero
players
aura
in.
when you walk.
Everton bought the wrong
Yes,
players
we can
in
do
to
all the
help
Everton
him.
history crap,
He-
rubbish,
yeah.
spending badness. But Howie, like you've literally, he got those players that they got in
Steve.
January. You cannot be sitting there. You just made them 10 times worse. How can you go to 2 clubs and make them 10 times worse? Literally, oh my God, everyone was saying, oh, Patrick Vieira is going to get relegated in the summer. Everton fans in January were begging for Frank Lampard, and look what he's done.
That's what
Ha,
I'm saying. So
ha,
he's a
see you
bad manager.
later. That's what you deserve. That's
Everton
everything you
fans have
deserve.
themselves to blame, but also their board has been awful for some time, spending the
Cold
amount of
Mackie.
money they have, bringing the worst players that they
Kendall
need,
really hates
people that
Everton, you know.
don't fit their team.
Nah,
They've only
you
got
stop.
something
I
to go down
I
that
hate
whole
Scouse
club all the way
Macron.
through.
Stop it. Anyways.
Guys, let's be honest.
Says anyways, that smiles after ripping his soul out. Like it's just like your smile is gonna make a difference. But she's spitting facts though. Lampard is overrated. We need to actually address this because
Overrated.
Lampard is literally getting a job because he's Lampard. You see,
Now
I'm
we're
not
here.
gonna make it
Ladies
about
and
my guy.
gentlemen,
I'm not
this is
I'm not
about.
gonna make it about my guy,
you are.
but
Yes,
I
you
just
are.
Daps.
Come
Can I speak or do you want to interject?
We have
every
all
time I
shows,
say
so
a
carry
word?
on.
Thank you. So with my guy, the difference is he worked his way up from the roots upwards. He said, I want to go to the academy and learn everything first. Then he went to Scotland, won the league there with Rangers. Now he's back at Aston Villa. So you see there's like a steady like upturn in the place he managed. Even if you use other like English managers as examples, look at Potter, for example. He managed in, I believe it was Norway with Östersunds. Came back to Brighton. You look at Eddie Howe as well with Bournemouth, and then he went to Newcastle. Frank Lampard went from Derby County after failing with them to Chelsea straight away, and now he's getting Everton are in a shit state, but they're a massive club. They're getting Everton. So like the thing is, we've already spoke about that, Slens, and we grilled.
And first of all, it wasn't the weekend; it was Thursday. So come again. Thank you very much.
So with Frank Lampard, I genuinely don't think he's actually a good manager at all. Like he's just not a good manager, full stop. And I fully believe he's big up Jack, man, my guy. And I fully believe he is actually going to take Everton down. I genuinely believe it in my heart. I'm not even making up shit. Like they're genuinely going down this season. Watford are staying up with Roy Hodgson. That's my honest opinion.
You know what's mad, Jay? You know what's mad? I will always stick by this. If they would have got Big Sam, they would have stayed up.
Yep.
Facts.
Simple as that. They
Can
went
I
for the
just
wrong
read-
man.
But Big Sam didn't save West Brom last year either.
Yo,
That was the first time he
I
didn't
found
save
this
the
funny.
team after all the
Jose
years of
Mourinho
doing
would
it.
have been happy with that post-match interview. Let's
Of
be
course,
honest.
you could tell he played on the Jose. Like, you know what it is with Lampard, yeah? We knew he was shit when he was at Chelsea. Then he left, he disappeared for a bit. And then he comes back into the Premier League. That Everton job, there were so many better players who could have got that, better managers. Who deserved that job, who deserved that job over him. But because he's Frank Lampard and he was one-time England star boy, he gets the job. He's failed now, and I promise you, within a year, he will get another job in the Premier League because he's Frank Lampard and he's
I think
got
it's
that
different
privilege.
this time.
I don't
And
think
that
it will
just,
be.
you know what it is, and that
I
just
honestly
shows how
don't
shit
think-
the board is. Because once
then on
again,
the
they've been
other
doing
hand-
it with players for years. Now they've done it with managers.
And
Can
on
we
the
talk
other
about
hand,
Vieira on the other
real
hand?
quick, I was about to get there. On the other hand, you have Patrick Vieira, who went outside of England, tried to perfect his craft, was told he doesn't have a style of play, was told he's not good enough, managed to secure a job in the Premier League. And remember when he came into Palace,
Didn't he go MLS as well first?
state-
New York City.
The state they were in when he came. Remember, they had just lost a lot of players. He brought through a lot of young players, and he's given them a style of football that is a pleasure to watch, and it works for them. He's got a lot of good young talent, and he's literally playing in a FA Cup semi-final. But no one is going to talk about that. No one is going to discuss how good he's done, because ever since that game happened, the only thing anyone's been talking about is Fat Frank and Everton. Do
You know when the season rolls around again as well, at the beginning of next season, it'll be, oh, Patrick Vieira might struggle this season. It'll be the exact same narrative. It'll be boring.
I don't like it anymore, and it's boring. Listen, Patrick Vieira has done incredible at Palace, and of course, I'm going to...
They didn't start well either. Let's be clear, they didn't start well as well.
They didn't, but I really, really do hope that he goes and wins his FA Cup. Not because I hate the other teams in it, but just for the pure fact that it would show all the people that have had doubted him, and he has had a lot of doubters throughout.
Yeah, but
the
that's exactly why you want him to win it, though. But I hear.
No, it's not. Wallah, I'm being serious. Like I couldn't care about who wins it, but I'm saying
I'm just gonna say this one thing.
Yet again,
Lampard-
another show,
Frank
ladies and gentlemen.
Lampard-
The traditional Egal interrupt AK when he's speaking. Go on, Egal.
I'm sorry, bro. I really wanted to get into this Vieira topic because
What was I speaking about? Do you know what?
Oh, you've hurt him.
Oh, he's upset again.
No,
He's throwing his toys at
Free
the
8K,
fan.
everyone. Free 8K.
My bad, bro.
Gal,
Free
Free
come on,
8K,
man.
guys. Everyone in the comment section, hashtag free AK, please. I
And
want
smash
you
a like.
to spam it.
Smash a
In
like
the
for
comment
AK.
section. Everyone
Free AK.
spam. One sec, everyone spam
I-
hashtag free AK in the comment section, please, guys.
Bro, I was gonna
So we
let you
can get
continue. I
AK
was
back
gonna
on
say-
camera and he can speak again, you know, without him being emotional. So please, hashtag free
He's doing
AK.
this
everyone.
now. He's doing this because I do this to him.
Aww.
Anyways, my bad, bro. Let me just
Spam
say
it,
this,
spam it.
Let me just say this. When Vieira got the job, a lot of people told me he was going to be sacked by January and he was going to be terrible. And he did a terrible job in France. He managed over in the MLS. Nobody knows how he's going to do in the Premier League. But when Lampard was linked to the Everton job, as Kendall said, people were begging for him to be hired for this job. It just goes to show it's not about what fans want. It's about what happens when you're actually on the pitch and how you can implement your side. That Crystal Palace side, let's be honest, has less talent on the pitch than Everton. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. Has less talent on the pitch, but he's getting way more performances in my opinion. If you go through the Everton team, they have spent more money. Their squad's worth more. Hence why I'm saying they have more talent on the pitch. I'm not saying individually on.
Well, no, money spent doesn't equal quality.
No. Understand what I'm saying though. At the end of the day, Arsenal, if they face a lesser team, they spent more money. That team should be better than them. Same with Everton. Everton, with the money they spend, they should be better than the likes of Crystal Palace. That's just my reality.
But spending doesn't mean spend well.
Don't get the point. Don't get the point mixed up. The main point is with Everton's
What point are you talking about?
With Everton's resources, whichever manager comes in should not be fighting a relegation battle. Where Crystal Palace, with their resources, I'm not surprised if they were in a relegation battle, but they're not because of how good Vieira is.
Honestly, Alan could say the weather is lovely, and these two would get triggered for no reason. I promise you. Alan has Daps and Egal on ropes. You do not
Don't involve me
understand.
today. I'm playing
Anytime he
nicely.
says anything,
Don't
these
involve
two
me.
are rattled immediately. Like
Exactly.
I love it.
No,
And then I look at
Alan-
Ike and Ike laughs, and Ike looks at me and I laugh, and it's just a fun time, man.
Don't involve
Smash
me.
the
I'm
like
good.
button.
I'm down
Hey, yo,
here
guys.
vibing, bro.
Guys, let AK finish. My bad. Bro.
No. Listen,
you
I don't-
interrupted it.
I think the time passed
dare
ago.
you
That was
say
10
that
minutes
about
ago.
You interrupted him.
It's incredible. It's incredible. But this is EGTV, so you know what I'm saying, we can't fight with the host guys if you want to come back. But no, all I was going to say was
No, continue.
all I was gonna say was Vieira has had a lot of doubters from the moment he stepped into this league, or even before this league. If you remember, his criticism before he even came to the Premier League was he doesn't have a style of play that works. He can't. They were questioning his managerial ability. Now, the fact that he's come into the Premier League and he's got a young group, a core young group of talent, and I wholeheartedly disagree with you, Egal. I think they have way more talent than Everton do. Everton have a bunch of washed-up ballers that they picked up from around the top 6 teams, because that's what Everton do. The problem with Everton is I've never ever seen, and Hussam says this all the time, I've never seen a team trying to get into the top 6, but all they do is buy the leftovers from the top 6 to try and get into the top 6. It never makes any sense to me. So, fuck you, Slens, as well, man. But yeah, Patrick Vieira, sensational manager. People need to start giving him his flowers, to be honest, because he's done a phenomenal job. And next season, as Kendall said, it will be the same thing. He'll probably be in they'll say he's in a relegation battle before the season starts, or they'll put him odds on, one of the first to get sacked, and blah 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 blah. So it is what it is. But people need to start showing him some respect.
I'll openly admit at the start of the season, I had Palace as 20th. I thought they were going to get relegated. I thought he was going to do a bad job. And he's absolutely proved me wrong. I think he's done a great job at Palace, and long may it continue, because they're playing really good football. They've got a young team as well. So, yeah, it's exciting for Palace fans going.
And they always take points off Man City as well. So that's a positive.
Yeah, they just copied Spurs' plan.
Please smash a like, people.
Yeah, hit that like button, people. Don't forget to do that. We're going to get onto the FA Cups and everybody's ties in a second. But just before we do that, guys, are we done on this topic? Do you guys want to move on now? Because what I want to do is I want to
Lampard is shit, and he's overrated, and he's going to get Everton relegated, and he's never going to get a Premier League job again. He's going to be managing in the Championship. He's going to be there for 2 years trying to get Everton up. He's going to fail in the playoffs the first season. Second season, he's going to get them promoted by finishing second in the championship.
Do you think if he gets them relegated, they'll keep him as manager?
I think they will.
That would be nepotism at his highest
He has
level.
championship experience, to be fair.
Yeah, bad. Oh, yeah. How nice would it be if Everton did a derby? Oh, yes.
Newcastle fans hate Everton, by the way.
I actually hate. Do you know what though?
Sunderland fans hate Liverpool.
They started this stupid little rivalry that's crap, and we always do it. And ever since Jordan Pickford went there, and he can't literally handle the fact that he gets booed every single time that he touches the ball. Like they just started this little thing because they're like the Sunderland of the area.
He fought somebody
so that's why they love it. Them and
Jordan
Sunderland.
Pickford is weird.
Jordan Pickford fought somebody in a bar for calling him T-Rex arms. He's a weirdo.
I've never seen a more weird person like on the football pitch.
Anyways, let me just do this. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna go Husam and Dad to discuss their game, and then we're gonna go straight into the ties, right? Because there's some.
AK, can you stop bitching? It's 2 shows per week, man. Get your shit together. Anyway, as I was saying,
I didn't say anything.
He's cramping.
Guys, so this is the FA Cup draw. But before we got to the draw, before we got to this, Liverpool had to play Nottingham Forest, and Manchester City had to play Southampton. So let's ask Husam, what happened in your game? I know Jota scored, but besides that, how was it?
We won 1-0. It was a shit. It was a shit performance. They were lethargic. You know, forget first gear. You know when the car is on like N, like I don't know if you guys call it neutral or whatever the fuck you call it over there.
Believe it or not, it is called neutral around the world.
Neutral,
yeah, neutral. So you know when it's listen, you drive on the right side, then it's weird. So like
neutral. We don't drive on the right hand side.
Yes, you do. Your steering is on the right.
No, we drive on the left. Oh yeah,
right.
I thought you meant the left hand, like the right hand side of the road. I was like, no, we don't. We drive on the left.
No, you have the steering on the right hand side. Anyway, so like it was on N like the whole time. Like
England, bro, we do what we want.
It's AK, can I talk on the competition I'm actually in, or like, yeah, thank you. The FA Cup for us is just that was a cough on purpose. And the FA Cup is just like a cursed trophy for us. I just don't know why. We haven't won it that much even throughout like our dominant era. I think this is the trophy that we actually are going to lose out on compared to the other 3, where I think we have a massive chance of winning either the big ears or the Prem. I think in the FA Cup now, Nottingham Forest, that game was just a disgusting 1-0 win. You know, one of them ones where like I don't even know how the fuck we won that shit. We won 1-0. We progress. Jota scored the goal. The performance was shit. The front line players, interplay, passing, all of that was just not good enough. But we go through 1-0 win. Big up to Forest as well, who put up a fight. So yeah. And fuck Man City. I cannot believe we drew them in the semi-final. Sick and tired of Man City.
I told you yesterday, Sam, you can't dodge that draw this time.
AK, there was a worse scenario on the horizon. If we drew Man City in the Champions League, it would have been City, 4 times in a row. And I genuinely wouldn't have been able to handle that. But now it's going to be City in the Prem, and a week later, City in the semi-final. So I think City are going to win the FA Cup one, but we'll win the Premier League one.
I think you lose all of them.
I think you stink. That's the thing.
Okay.
Daps, are you going to say something? This is the part where you get involved. Man City, you get me.
What, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Go on.
Please smash a like.
Can you talk on Man City, or are you just going to do please smash a like the whole show?
You want me to talk on the City game then, yeah? Or City
We're talking about the fucking FA Cup, Liverpool versus Man City.
He's just
gone full Egal there. Like,
you didn't ask me a question. Ask me a question. I don't want to
Egal, ask him a question because King Daps had sat down.
Let me ask you this. When it was drawn 1-1, were you still feeling comfortable that you're going to go on and win?
Still, was I feeling comfortable before the game? I don't know. Southampton have took points off us twice this season. First half we were shit, to be honest. We were really bad. I've felt that Zach Steffen, we don't play the same. We don't pass out from the back whenever he plays. And I'm not blaming him fully, but that's what happened. He should have held on to the ball till half time. Instead, he rushed to play it out. And then Cancelo did what Cancelo's been doing recently, a bit sloppy. Rodri did what Rodri was doing, a bit sloppy. And yeah, it was 1-1. The bit that I take from it, the 2 things I take from it that I'm happy about is, one, that whatever was said at half time, at last, Pep's managed to put a rocket up their arse, which is good because I was thinking, when are they going to get rocket put back up their arse? And the second thing was we managed to score 4 goals, which is fucking great because we haven't scored in like 3 games or something. So, yeah, it's shit first half, good second half. We move into the semis. A lot of fucking games to go to. And yeah, Liverpool. I didn't want to get Liverpool, not going to lie, but it's what it is. I think the thing is, like, neither of us want each other because we both know neither of us really care that much about, like, it's the Champions League in the Premier League, and then we've got that in between it. It's like, yeah,
unnecessary hassle.
Wait, Daps, don't forget, hold on, Daps, don't forget, like Arsenal fans, with the build-up of games, you can complain about that after. Remember, you can do that. Arsenal can do it.
And Daps, remember, if you had a good first half, it means you were the better team.
Yes. Mojo, if you're listening, or Slens, if you're listening, let us know what you thought about the Middlesbrough game since we don't have a Chelsea representative on the channel today. Now,
can I just tell you quickly what I thought? Thomas Tuchel is actually like, you know, I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get your YouTube channel cancelled, but you know what's he described in terms of football.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva won man of the match away at Middlesbrough.
I said earlier on Twitter, like, I was like, I don't rate like Tuchel ball very highly in terms of enjoyment, like when you're watching it, and everyone was like, "What? You don't rate Tuchel ball?" I was like, is that like a weird opinion? I didn't think it was that weird. Like, I just don't enjoy watching it at all compared to like other teams.
Arsenal are more entertaining.
Mo's analysis, we were unreal.
Yeah, unreal. 2-1, 2-0 win.
Thanks, Mojo. Thanks, Mojo.
Thiago Silva was the man of the match.
Okay. Just to bring everybody back, this was the draw. The draw came out. You got Crystal Palace versus Chelsea, and you got Liverpool versus Manchester City. This is going to be an interesting time. Liverpool
Chelsea final. I'm calling it.
It's going to be a really good one. Either way, it's going to be either a recap of the League Cup, or it could be Manchester City, Chelsea, a recap of the Champions League final. Either way, it's going to be a recap of a more recent final. I think Chelsea's going through no matter what. I don't give Crystal Palace a chance. And I think personally,
man said we were scintillating absolutely champagne football. Thiago Silva was a juggernaut. This guy's taking the piss.
Okay.
Thesaurus away, man. Jesus.
Okay, guys. So you guys seen the draws? Personally, anybody give Crystal Palace a chance versus Chelsea?
No.
Yeah.
I do.
100%.
What are you saying?
That I give him a chance.
No, like I'm saying, how much? How much of a chance? Like percentage-wise?
50. I easily think they could. Like, this is what I'm basing it off.
Just to let you know, 17% of the people in the chat have voted for Crystal Palace. They're actually
70 or 17?
17% of 35 votes. So
where would that put Tottenham in London clubs?
If Crystal Palace
Daps, you're so hurt about the 6 points. It's crazy.
If you remove Dax, you can see the big number 6 there. That's how many points to take off Man City. Just so
okay.
Alan won't stab me in the back half an hour later, unlike the other
guys, we're going to have to wrap it up. So I'm just going to go to everybody here. Who goes through? Dabs. Manchester City, what's your final? What are you saying?
You know I'm not going to
predict. There's a P in there.
Listen, you clipped it. I'm not predicting no more because of what you clipped last week.
No, back your team.
No, so you can clip it again. Fuck you, bro.
Oh, don't matter about him clipping it. Who cares?
Just say it, man. Be a man. Come on.
Yeah. No. Dabs. I promise I won't clip it. Go ahead.
No, you can clip it. I'm just going to say it for vibes. City. There we go.
I agree with Hassam. I think it's going to be Chelsea City final. Chelsea City final.
What about Chelsea Crystal Palace?
Huh?
Oh, Chelsea. Okay.
What about you, Alan? Since you always want to.
I just said Chelsea City final. I reckon. What did he say?
Chelsea what, Alan?
Chelsea City final. I agree with you. I think it's going to be a Chelsea City final.
I think Liverpool are going to get the quadruple. Liverpool versus
I think Liverpool, Chelsea. I do as well.
There you go.
If Liverpool do get the quadruple, it is the single greatest achievement in English football history. Simply
the single greatest achievement in football history. Go ahead.
Facts.
Possibly. Yeah.
No, it's been done before in Spain and etc.
Yeah. This will be in English football history. This will be the single greatest achievement.
Wait, what you lot
Yeah,
talking
of course
about?
it will. Of course it
We're
will.
talking about
If Liverpool do the quad.
Oh, it's not happening. Why are you not selling
No,
dreams?
if
This
they
hour?
do,
It can't be debated. There's no debate on
it's
it.
not
There
happening.
can't be a debate on it.
No,
'cause no one's done it.
AK, if they were to get all 4 trophies, it'll be the single greatest achievement in English football
All I have
history.
to say is Invincibles in the mud, Treble in the mud. What do you call it?
You're already in the mud for saying that.
Centurions and everybody else. Everybody's in the mud at that point. But yeah,
People seem to forget Liverpool need to win a 2-horse title race to get their hands on a quadruple.
Okay, AK, you ran the same joke for the last 5 weeks. No one laughed.
Is it a joke, Sam? It's actually fact.
No.
It's fact.
You know what's
Sam.
really
It's not a
funny?
joke.
Your football club. Can we talk about Atletico beating United? Because we haven't spoken about it.
Well, no, we didn't.
We're not talking about
Or
United
are you
today.
going to talk for an hour if we mention it?
We spoke about it. Fuck Ja Felix is all I have to say about that game.
Yeah.
Kendall?
That's what I thought. By the way, Kendall's an Atletico fan as well, so she can roast you. By the way.
This is what I said. Anyways, Kendall, what's your
I like how he asks me and then I don't even answer. This says Kendall.
Because you're not nothing out. I'm gonna come back to you in a second.
Go on, Ken.
What, who do you think will be in the final?
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, I've already said Chelsea, Liverpool.
Chelsea, Liverpool. Okay.
AK. Palace City.
Whoo, that's mad.
And then Palace to go.
Palace to beat Chelsea is a bold take. What are you saying, Hussam, to end this off?
Remember, real quick before Hussam goes, remember Tuchel at Wembley, he doesn't have a good record there at all. All he takes is L's at Wembley. So, and even Chelsea, the last 5 times they've been to Wembley, they haven't won a single game. The last game they won, when was that?
Last season. Semi-final.
Okay. All right.
Last season, semi-final, right?
Okay, but in general,
AK, Lukaku's back. He's
scoring. It was empty though, so it's different.
Lukaku's back. Round of applause. That's really gonna help them, man. I can't wait to see him play again. Hopefully, he starts every single game from now till the end of the season.
How can he really be back though when he never really appeared? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he never arrived to begin with.
AK said Middlesbrough would beat Chelsea. Apparently,
I did say that.
AK, didn't you back Lukaku in the cup final though to score a goal, and now you're against him this time?
I backed him because you know what it is?
Thank you for the point.
Let me explain something to you guys there.
You put points on the line.
Hussam decided to call me out, and I couldn't just let it slide. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was doing, and I couldn't let it slide. So I just had to back Lukaku in that moment.
Pause.
And I regretted it straight after.
Pause.
Okay, Hussam.
And he did the same with the United game, and he's gonna regret it as well.
We're beating you, man. Easy.
Hussam, I'm gonna go to you. But
there is a bigger chance of Shakira messaging me on Instagram.
What about the quad? What about the quad? Because your whole fan base seems
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I tweeted about the quad, and Liverpool fans tweeted me back saying, "Shut up! Stop talking about it. You're jinxing it."
Bro, people need to understand this has never happened in English football history for a reason. Like like people are saying like, haha, quad. Like it's just. Is it possible? Yes, but it's highly unlikely. Anything's possible. A lot of things are possible. Like
Again,
one day we might have flying cars.
You see where Arsenal fans go from 0 to 100? Liverpool fans don't do that. That's why they're being reserved. That's why they're not that. Whereas you guys...
Alan interrupts Hussam, and everything's all right. I interrupt Hussam. It's like, what the hell?
No, because I like Alan is always has you both rattled, so I have to have him on my side.
Is there always like a Hassalan like bromance? Like what's going on? Like if I missed,
you know what it is?
We dab.
Hussam picks and chooses when to have battles with people. It's okay. Anyway.
Bro, listen, can we stop this whole conspiracy theories on this smart Hussam that chooses everything? Anyway,
Jerry Springer at his best.
No, I'm not Jerry Springer. So I think with the quadruple, I just don't think it's gonna happen. Like it's just so difficult. Like people are underestimating. Basically, what we're saying is Liverpool are gonna win every game to the end of the season. Okay, in the Premier League, Liverpool are also gonna win 2 FA Cup games. Liverpool are also going to win 2 ties in the Champions League and win the final. So people don't realize that's basically you're asking for a team to be flawless for 2 months, which is people just need to relax and realize that that's too much to ask for. I think FA Cup, we will lose against Manchester City. I'm predicting it. Big up to you, Josh. I'm predicting it from now because I just don't. I generally think Pep.
To be fair, Pep hates the FA Cup anyway. He doesn't take it seriously. He doesn't like it, does he? So
yeah, there you go. So I think Premier League, the Premier League game at the Etihad is where we will win, in my opinion.
Slens is trying to apply so much pressure in the comments.
He's leaning.
But the FA Cup game against City, I don't think we will make it. Chelsea against Palace is an interesting one because even earlier on, I think like 3 weeks ago, it took them like a Ziyech like 90th minute winner. Big up.
Josh.
They took them a 90th minute winner against Palace to win. So Palace are no easy team to beat. I've faced Palace tough. Daps has faced Palace tough. AK same. Allan same. Egal same. Kendall same. Everyone tell you Palace is just not an easy team to play with.
Yeah, but AK
so
also Watford is tough.
No, but I'm saying just because it's Chelsea doesn't mean that Chelsea are through automatically. Palace have a chance, 100%. So I think Egal was asking for percentages. I'd say it's probably 30-70 in my opinion.
Slens, check your DM stands on Twitter.
So Palace could probably go through. But anyway, I think the final is going to be City-Chelsea. And I think City win the FA Cup. But I think we win the Prem. And we have a bigger chance of winning the big years as well.
That's a fucking shit season.
Okay, just to let you guys know.
Alan, imagine being able to say that, Alan.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, at this moment in time, Man City are favorites to win the Champions League. Man City are favorites to win the
I don't know how they do this every season.
Manchester City are also favorites to win the FA. Chelsea are favorites to win the FA Cup because they have an easier tie. And yeah, so it looks like
City Champions League things.
Man City could be going for a treble. Liverpool could be going for a version of a treble or a quad. And Chelsea's in the FA Cup. They could be getting their fifth, or they could be getting their third trophy.
However, I will say if the quadruple does happen, people will have to deactivate Alvarian. It will be next level unbearable.
I'm telling you now, I'm making a new account. I don't want to follow no Liverpool fans. I'll literally delete my account. See you later. I don't. Nah, absolutely not.
Your dream is my reality.
Liverpool's getting muted. Hashtag LFC's getting muted. Hashtag Klopp. Like every single word to do with Liverpool.
Trent has to go. Trent has to go.
Yeah, Hunt, TAA. Every single thing has to go. Literally, I'll not handle that. Like,
Kendall, are you really starting a rivalry with Liverpool for no reason? You're supposed to hate
rivalry.
Everton.
I just don't like Liverpool fans.
Guys,
you're supposed to hate Everton, not us.
I do hate Everton. I don't hate Liverpool. I don't hate Liverpool as a club at all.
Guys, just to let you know,
Fernando Torres as well.
I love Fernando Torres. Xabi Alonso's like one of my top 10 all-time favorite footballers. I literally love Liverpool like that, but I don't like the fans.
Let me just
remember
say
the Skulls Macca's thing. That's the other team, not us, by the way.
Let me just say this quickly. Harry Kane was voted by 68% out of 111 people that he is top 5. He is a top 5 Premier League striker. Okay, and out of 60 people who voted for the FA Cup winner, 33% said Chelsea.
I think that's fair.
So yeah,
they've got much else to play for. Oh, well, they've got Champions League. They're winning that.
The title race ended in December.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap up here. Anyone have any closing statements?
Can we ask Mojo's question, please, before we end? I think that's a good one to end on.
I have a question, Hussam. When is Mo signing a contract at Liverpool?
So boring. Okay, Egal, cue the video. We're not gonna answer this contract question. It's long and detailed, and we have to wrap up. So,
we got time.
Barbecue chicken or running outside? Which one?
No, the wings one. It has to be the wings one, 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching Vibes from the Six. Have a lovely day, everyone.
We got the
hey. See you later on, people.